This is Dave at Active Intel Investigations. One of the fastest growing types of cases we work on is due diligence on a franchise agreement or on a franchise arrangement. If you are a principal or somebody looking to purchase a franchise or expand into different markets with a franchise company, you want to verify the representations being made to you by that franchisor. So you'll have a franchise agreement. It'll be a contract, a documented arrangement between you and that company, but you want to verify the things that are behind it and make sure that the verbal representations or your understandings match that franchise agreement. So you want to work with your attorney or get good legal advice, but verify the disclosures. Things like the market size. Is the market size what it is being represented? The support system you'll have. If you're buying into a franchise company who does not have the capitalization or the financial ability to support that size of a pool of franchisees, then you're going to have a problem getting support when you need to expand, maybe get inventory, maybe get product or training, and you're going to be kind of out on a limb on your own without any kind of backup. The market size represented by that franchisor might be what it is today, but if they're going to put other franchises in close to you, that might also be something you want to know about. Checking in with prior franchisees to see if their representations were followed through. What kind of capital requirements that you have are going to be something you're going to have to present. You're going to have to show financial statements, bank statements. Is the franchisor showing you the same level of disclosure of their financial condition and what their debts are, what bonds they may have out? What resources do they have? If they're going to do training for you, do they have a sufficient training staff that's going to be there on a regular basis? One of the biggest complaints that we've seen in franchise disputes is that the representations made of how much support is going to be provided don't match what happens after you sign that form and after you have your franchise set up. They never see the people again. The prior history of the principals is important. If the executives or owners or officers of the corporation that's selling you the franchise have been involved with prior companies that have had problems, that might be a red flag that you want to know about. Why aren't they still involved with those companies? And is the same procedures being used? We saw an example where a new franchise for a business services company was being launched, and they were selling these franchises around the country. And the contract they were using and the training documents they were using were word for word boilerplate copies of deals that they had done with another company 10 years ago that had gone bankrupt. So if they're using the same procedures and the same training materials, why wouldn't the same result occur? Again, get good legal advice from an attorney, but do your own validation. Your attorney is going to do a great job in verifying the contract, but they're not going to verify what's behind the contract and verify the due diligence of that company that's selling you something that is an intangible. You normally are not getting something of value like inventory or assets that are hard assets you can convert. You're buying mostly goodwill from that franchisor company. You want to make sure that goodwill has something behind it. There's going to be some things that are a little bit arbitrary, but you want to make sure that at least dividing up that franchisor into the number of people that are out there doing work for it, they have enough resources to support it. You need to validate what's behind it so that you get off on the right foot and you have a high probability of success to that investment has a good return of your money and not just a job that you're paying for to work for somebody that you could have a job somewhere else without having to put up the money.